It's the mid 20th century and the world is throwing the mother of all tantrums, World War II. Now picture this, the United States has a decision whether to invade Japan or test out the shiny new toy, the atomic bomb. President Harry Truman's got some decisions to make, and they're the kind that keep you up at night. Spoiler alert, he goes for the nuclear option. Fast forward to Tsutomu Yamaguchi's life. A man caught in the crossfires of history. How he ended up facing not one but two atomic bombs is the story we are unpacking today. So grab your popcorn and let's jump into the wild ride that is Tsutomu Yamaguchi's survival saga. Now folks, let's zoom in on Tsutomu Yamaguchi's life. A guy whose story reads like a Hollywood blockbuster. But trust me, this one's all too real. Our hero Tsutomu, a 29-year-old naval engineer working for Mitsubishi. Picture this, it's 1945, World War II is like a raging storm and Tsutomu is right in the middle of it, working on a mysterious project. Spoiler, it involves ships. August 6, 1945, Tsutomu's in Hiroshima on a business trip. The last day of his stay. He's probably thinking about hanging out with the family or maybe just a cozy night in. Little did he know what's about to happen to him. As Tsutomu strolls through Hiroshima, an American B-29 bomber cruises overhead. Now Tsutomu's no air traffic controller, but he can tell something's off. Suddenly the sky lights up and before you can say duck and cover, a bomb drops. It's chaos. The city's a blender of destruction and Tsutomu's right in the mix. Here's where the plot thickens. Our guy dives into a ditch, like he's in some sort of action movie, narrowly escaping the fiery wrath. As he dusts himself off, the scene is straight out of a horror film. The city's on fire, buildings crumbling, and Tsutomu's like, what the hell? Miraculously, Tsutomu Yamaguchi survives the nuclear symphony. Picture him emerging from the dust, a bit singed, ears ringing but alive. Now it's not your average day at the office, clearly. The city's a post-apocalyptic nightmare. But our hero's not one to play victim. He rounds up surviving colleagues and together they embark on a journey through hell. Now you might be thinking, where is Tsutomu off to? Where could he possibly go? Now he's headed to Nagasaki. But little does he know, destiny has another nuclear surprise waiting for him. We fast forwarded to August 8, 1945. Our man of the hour Tsutomu Yamaguchi has finally landed back in Nagasaki. Well, home sweet home, right? Well, not exactly. He's not kicking back with a cup of tea, he heads straight to the hospital. And here's where he gets real, folks. He realizes the souvenir he brought from Hiroshima wasn't a postcard, it was severe burns, deafness, and a touch of nuclear poisoning. It's August 9. Tsutomu is in a meeting, recounting the horrors of Hiroshima to a room full of skeptics. His boss might be thinking, this guy has an overactive imagination. And just as the plot thickens, a white flash paints the scene. Boom! Nagasaki becomes ground zero for Tsutomu Yamaguchi Part 2. The Fat Man Bomb unleashes its fury. Now most people would be thinking, seriously, universe again? But not our hero. Luckily, reinforced concrete walls place superhero shielding Tsutomu from the worst. He dodges another nuclear bullet, and before you know it, he's out there, running through Nagasaki's post-apocalyptic landscape. But you might want to hear how he turned his survival into a lifelong mission. You might be wondering what surviving 2 atomic bombs does to a man. Well, let's dive into the aftermath, both physically and emotionally. Picture this, Tsutomu's hair's falling out, his arms turning into a battleground of gangrenous wounds. But wait, there's more. The universe wasn't done. His family, especially his wife, dealt with their own set of health problems due to radiation fallout. Yet our man wasn't one to back down. He fought through the pain, vomiting, and the general chaos that radiation brings. So what does a guy who survived 2 atomic bombs do next? Well, if you're Tsutomu Yamaguchi, you continue with life. Our hero becomes an advocate against nuclear weapons. Tsutomu wasn't just dodging bombs, he was also dodging silence. He poured his experiences into poetry, giving words to the horrors he witnessed. And then bam, he publishes a memoir, opening up a Pandora's box of memories. As we wrap up this chapter of history, let's take a moment to reflect. Tsutomu Yamaguchi's story isn't just about surviving unimaginable odds, it's a plea for sanity in a world that once stood on the brink of self-destruction. His legacy lives on, urging us to understand the consequences of the terribly awesome power of nuclear weapons. It's a lesson for us all, reminding us of the cost of war. Thank you for tuning in to Asia Obscura. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any ideas on what story we should cover next, please leave a comment below. Stay curious, stay informed, and never forget the lessons that history has to offer.